Success is achieved by those who have a plan and know how to stick to it, not those who merely dream, not those who start and stop, but those who decide and keep deciding, no matter how hard it gets. Let me ask you something. Have you ever laid in bed, eyes wide open at 2 a.m., wondering, what if I had followed through? What if you hadn't abandoned that idea, that relationship, that version of yourself that once felt so alive with purpose? That single question, it haunts, it lingers, and yet, it also holds power, because it points you to the door still waiting to be opened. You see, discipline isn't just a habit. It's the bridge between the world you imagine and the one you actually live in. Imagine holding a detailed map to your dream life, clear roads, vivid destinations, and still refusing to take that first step. That's not failure. That's fear wearing a disguise called "not now." That's how greatness dies, quietly, one delay at a time. We all start out with vision, with ambition, with big plans and excitement. But what separates the fulfilled from the forgotten? It's not luck. It's not talent. It's the grit to stay when the motivation fades, the courage to move when no one is clapping. Think about that version of you, the one who once believed they could write that book, launch that business, change their life. Where is that version now? Buried beneath comfort? Chained by hesitation? Or waiting for you to return and pick up the pen again? Procrastination doesn't announce itself with fireworks. It comes gently. Rest a little. You're not ready yet. Maybe next week. And just like that, your destiny becomes a pile of unused potential, collecting dust in the corners of your soul. Every day you delay, you trade momentum for regret. And regret has a way of echoing louder than fear ever did. Discipline isn't sexy. It's early mornings. It's quiet nights. It's saying no to what's easy so you can say yes to what matters. Success is not a lightning strike. It's a fire you tend to daily, even when the winds of doubt threaten to put it out. The ones who rise aren't the ones who had fewer obstacles. They're the ones who stuck to the plan despite every one of them. So I ask you now, are you honoring the vision your younger self once held, or are you silently watching it slip away? Because you don't need more time, you need more truth. And the truth is, your life will only move as fast as your discipline. As Hill warned, without sticking to your plan, you're trapped in a loop of starting over, never truly moving forward. The need for change isn't optional. It's urgent, because a plan without action is like a ship without a sail, adrift in endless seas. Picture an entrepreneur with a brilliant business idea, a detailed roadmap in hand, but paralyzed by doubt, watching competitors surge ahead. That story could be yours, evoking a pang of empathy, a realization that waiting only deepens the void of what might have been. True achievement, as Hill taught, demands transforming plans into habits through deliberate, unwavering steps. So, let's confront why you're not taking action, why that plan sits idle despite your best intentions. First, there's the myth of waiting for motivation, that elusive spark you believe must strike before you move. How many times have you told yourself, "I'll start when I feel ready," only to find that readiness never arrives? This mindset leads to abandoning plans at the first hint of discomfort, turning your resolve into fragile wishes. It's a trap Hill exposed. Successful people don't rely on fleeting emotions. They act, regardless of how they feel, to make their plans real. Waiting for the perfect moment means your ideas gather dust, dreams deferred until they're almost forgotten. Then, There's the failure to decide, that indecisiveness that paralyzes even the most well-defined plans. You might have outlined a goal, like writing that book you've always wanted, but never commit to the daily grind of putting words on paper. Analysis paralysis sets in, deadlines pass, and opportunities vanish like smoke in the wind. How many plans have you made and discarded, each one a testament to your hesitation? This fear of commitment erodes your confidence, leaving you questioning if you're truly capable of success. And don't overlook the role of fear and uncertainty, those shadows that loom over your best intentions. Fears of failure, the anxiety of incomplete results, and the hesitation that follows, they all sabotage your ability to stick to a plan. As Hill pointed out, uncertainty is the natural enemy of success, breeding self-doubt that keeps you rooted in place. Without overcoming these fears, even the most brilliant plans remain theoretical, echoes of what could be. It's heartbreaking to think of the potential lost, the emotions bottled up, the destiny altered by these unseen barriers. But now, let's shift to the solution. Immediate action, the key that unlocks the door to your aspirations. Taking action on your plan, even if it's imperfect, ignites a spark of momentum that builds energy and propels you forward. Start with something small, like outlining your daily goals, and watch as it creates a ripple effect of progress in your life. Hill believed that success comes from those who not only plan but act swiftly, turning intentions into tangible results. Imagine the relief, the emotional high, of crossing that first item off your list, feeling the plan come alive. Building decisiveness is next. Make firm decisions to stick to your plan, like setting non-negotiable deadlines that hold you accountable. Use simple tools, such as a pros and cons list, to commit without delay, transforming hesitation into resolve. Say it aloud now. I will act on my plan today, and feel the power of that declaration echo in your soul. This practice reinforces your commitment, turning abstract ideas into a concrete path forward. Then, focus on practicing that first step. Break your plan into micro-tasks, like researching one resource if your goal is to start a business. That initial action is the hardest, but as Hill said, it's essential for sticking to the plan long term. The emotion of that first success, no matter how small, can fuel your journey, making the impossible feel within reach. Overcoming hesitation and fear is where true growth happens, dismantling the barriers that hold you back. Face your fears head-on by acting on your plan. Proactive steps, like practicing a presentation, directly reduce that overwhelming anxiety. Over time, this builds confidence, turning what was once terrifying into a manageable part of your path. Hill advocated viewing fear as a temporary obstacle, not a permanent block, allowing you to persist with your plan. Remember, every step you take chips away at the doubt, revealing the strength you've always had inside. Learning through failure is equally vital. Setbacks aren't endpoints, but opportunities for growth, as per Hill's teachings. Reframe those failures as feedback, refining your goals and strengthening your resolve to stick to your plan. Think of historical figures like Thomas Edison, who persisted through countless failures to invent the light bulb, inspiring you to do the same. That story stirs something deep, a mix of admiration and determination, normalizing failure as part of your success journey. Now, let's cultivate self-discipline, the true glue that holds your plan together over time. Discipline isn't about motivation. It's about daily repetition that turns plans into unbreakable habits, as Hill viewed it. Without it, even the most detailed plans crumble, leaving you back at square one. emotionally drained and defeated. Start building positive habits, like scheduling daily reviews of your progress, to maintain that unwavering commitment. Set routines, such as waking up early to work on your goals, and track your advancements to keep the momentum alive. Visualize your disciplined future, where sticking to your plan feels natural, not forced, filling you with a sense of pride. These habits become your armor, protecting your dreams from the distractions and doubts that try to derail them. Developing a clear vision and goals is the foundation of having a plan that you can truly stick to. Crystal clear, specific goals provide direction and drive sustained action, just as Hill emphasized in his strategies. Without them, your plan lacks focus, making it easier to wander off course when challenges arise. Well-defined goals act as milestones, motivating you emotionally and keeping you anchored to your path. Use tools like SMART criteria to define your goals, turning vague ideas into a step-by-step roadmap that's easy to follow. For instance, break down a big dream into actionable steps, each one building on the last, creating a flow of steady progress. This process not only clarifies your vision, but also reignites the passion that first inspired your plan. As we wrap up, let's reaffirm the core idea. Success isn't just about having a plan. It's about knowing how to stick to it through action, discipline, and resilience. As Hill put it, motivation and success follow from committed action on a solid plan, a truth that can transform your life. Remember the mirror-like question we started with. Now, reflect on how you'll choose to move forward. Your time to act is now. Take that one small step today, like writing down a goal and scheduling your first action. Let this be the moment you break free, embracing the plan that's been waiting for you. Your plan is your path. Stick to it, and success will follow, illuminating the destiny you've always envisioned. In the words of Napoleon Hill, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve, but only if you have a plan and the discipline to follow through. This timeless wisdom reminds us that success isn't just about dreaming big. It's about crafting a clear roadmap and committing to it every single day. Picture this. You've outlined your goals, whether it's building a thriving business or getting in peak physical shape. But without action, that plan gathers dust like an unread book on a shelf. So many people fall into the trap of procrastination, hesitating when they should be moving forward and watching opportunities slip away. It's a cycle of regret, where unexecuted plans lead to stagnation and a life of what-ifs. Think about the entrepreneur who sketches a brilliant business idea, but never takes the first step, allowing fear to hold them back. Or the individual who sets a fitness routine on paper, but skips the gym session after session, blaming busy schedules or bad weather. These stories are all too common, reflecting a failure to stick to the plan, as Hill warned would derail even the most promising visions. The truth is, a plan without execution is nothing more than a wish, floating in the ether without roots in reality. Hill's philosophy drives home that true achievement demands transforming those plans into habits through deliberate, unwavering steps. If you're tired of spinning your wheels, it's time to break free from this pattern and embrace the power of committed action. Remember, success doesn't wait for the perfect moment. It rewards those who act despite the doubts. Now, let's explore why so many struggle to take that crucial first step and stick to their plans. One major barrier is waiting for motivation to strike, as if it's some magical force that will suddenly propel you forward. This mindset is a trap, leading to abandoned plans at the first hint of discomfort or distraction. For instance, you might have a career roadmap ready, but you keep postponing the job applications, hoping inspiration will hit tomorrow. Hill taught that successful people don't rely on fleeting emotions. They act regardless, turning intention into reality through sheer will. Indecisiveness is another enemy, paralyzing even the best laid plans and causing analysis paralysis that wastes precious time. Imagine having a goal to write a book with a detailed outline in hand, but never committing to those daily writing sessions because you're second-guessing every detail. This hesitation breeds missed deadlines and lost momentum, exactly what Hill cautioned against in his pursuit of decisive action. Fear and uncertainty often creep in, eroding your resolve and turning a solid plan into a source of anxiety rather than empowerment. You might fear failure so much that you sabotage your own efforts, avoiding the risks that come with sticking to your plan. Hill viewed uncertainty as a natural foe of success, one that must be confronted head-on to keep moving forward. Without overcoming these fears, even the most meticulously crafted plans remain theoretical, never translating into real achievements. So, how do we shift from these barriers to a path of empowerment? The solution lies in immediate action, harnessing the power of starting now, no matter how small the step. Taking that first action on your plan, even if it's imperfect, creates a ripple effect of momentum that builds energy and confidence. For example, if your plan is to launch a new project, begin by outlining one daily goal today. That's your starting point. Hill believed that success comes to those who not only plan but act swiftly, turning ideas into tangible results through consistent effort. Building decisiveness is key. Make firm decisions to stick to your plan by setting non-negotiable deadlines and holding yourself accountable. Use simple tools like a pros and cons list to commit without delay, transforming hesitation into bold choices. Right now, practice taking that first step and break your plan into micro-tasks, like researching one resource for your business idea. This approach aligns with Hill's principle that the initial action is the hardest but essential for long-term adherence. As you overcome hesitation and fear, remember that proactive steps directly reduce those doubts over time. Facing your fears head-on, such as practicing a presentation to conquer public speaking anxiety, builds the confidence to stick to your plan. Hill advocated viewing fear as a temporary obstacle, not a permanent barrier, allowing you to push through and keep progressing. Learning through failure is another vital strategy. Setbacks aren't defeats but opportunities for growth, as Hill emphasized. Reframe those failures as feedback, refining your plan and strengthening your resolve to stay the course. Think of historical figures like Thomas Edison, who persisted through countless failures to invent the light bulb, embodying Hill's teachings. By normalizing failure as part of the journey, you can maintain adherence to your plan, emerging stronger each time. Now, let's focus on cultivating self-discipline, the true glue that holds your plan together over the long haul. Discipline isn't about waiting for motivation. It's about creating habits that ensure you stick to your plan day in and day out. Hill viewed discipline as the key to turning plans into enduring successes through daily repetition and unyielding commitment. Without it, even the most detailed plans crumble under pressure, highlighting why commitment is non-negotiable. Start building positive habits that support your plan, like scheduling daily reviews to track your progress and adjust as needed. Establish routines, such as waking up early to dedicate time to your goals, turning discipline into a natural part of your life. Visualize your disciplined future, where sticking to your plan becomes second nature, propelling you toward achievement. Developing a clear vision and specific goals is the foundation of any effective plan, as Hill stressed in his strategies. Crystal clear goals provide direction and motivation, making it easier to stay committed and measure your progress along the way. For instance, turn a vague idea into a SMART goal: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound to give your plan real power. Break those goals into actionable steps, creating a step-by-step roadmap that keeps you focused and on track. This process ensures that your plan isn't just a dream, but a practical path you can follow with confidence. As we wrap up, let's reaffirm the core idea. Success is achieved by those who have a plan and know how to stick to it. Napoleon Hill's teachings show that it's not enough to conceive and believe. You must act with discipline and resilience. Rephrasing our topic, motivation and success follow from committed action on a solid plan, no matter the obstacles. Remember the stories we've explored, from the hesitant entrepreneur to the persistent innovator, and let them inspire your own journey. The key takeaway is that every great achievement starts with a decision to move forward, one step at a time. Don't let fear or doubt hold you back any longer. Embrace the power of immediate action in your life. Build your self-discipline like a muscle, strengthening it through daily habits that align with your goals. Refine your vision, making your plans as clear and actionable as possible, so they become your guiding light. Today, take that first small step, write down one goal and schedule your initial action right now. Feel the momentum building as you commit to your plan, transforming potential into reality. Hill's philosophy reminds us that the time to act is always now, not tomorrow or next week. Imagine the satisfaction of looking back on your progress, knowing you stuck to your plan through thick and thin. Success isn't reserved for the lucky few. It's for anyone willing to plan and persist. Let this be your turning point, where hesitation ends and achievement begins. Share your plan with a trusted friend for accountability, turning your commitment into a shared journey. Track your wins, no matter how small, to fuel your motivation and reinforce your discipline. Overcome setbacks by revisiting your vision, reminding yourself why you started in the first place. Celebrate milestones along the way, keeping the energy high as you stick to your path. Remember, every successful person you admire once faced the same challenges, they just chose to keep going. Your plan is your path. Embrace it fully, and watch as success unfolds before you. As Hill would say, the world is waiting for you, don't keep it waiting any longer. Now, go forth with confidence, knowing that with a plan and the will to stick to it, you're unstoppable. Let this message resonate. Action today leads to success tomorrow. Take a deep breath, make your move, and step into the life you've always envisioned. Here's to your journey, plan it, stick to it, and achieve greatness. In the words of Napoleon Hill, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve, but only if you have a plan and the discipline to follow through. Picture this. A young entrepreneur sketches out a brilliant business plan, full of innovative ideas and potential profits, yet lets it sit untouched on his desk. This is the trap of procrastination, where dreams remain just that, the dreams, because action never follows the initial spark. Hesitation creeps in, whispering doubts that erode resolve, turning a solid plan into a forgotten relic. Without sticking to it, that plan becomes a symbol of unfulfilled potential, leading to a life of regret and what-ifs. Napoleon Hill warned us that success demands more than mere ideas. It requires unwavering commitment to execute those plans daily. Consider the athlete who maps out a training schedule but skips sessions at the first sign of fatigue. Their goals slip away like sand through fingers. This cycle of starting strong and fading fast is the enemy of achievement, a common pitfall that Hill's philosophy directly addresses. The need for change is urgent. A plan without action is like a car without fuel destined to stay parked. Hill's teachings remind us that true success comes from transforming plans into habits, step by step, through deliberate and consistent effort. Now, let's explore why so many struggle to take that first crucial step, even with a clear plan in hand. Waiting for motivation is a dangerous game, as it often never arrives when you need it most. You might have a detailed career roadmap, but if you're holding out for the perfect mood, days turn into weeks of inaction. Hill emphasized that successful people don't rely on fleeting emotions. They stick to their plans by pushing forward regardless. This reliance on motivation leads to abandoned goals, like the writer who outlines a novel but never types a word due to waiting for inspiration. Indecisiveness is another barrier, paralyzing even the most well-thought-out plans with endless second-guessing. Imagine having a fitness routine planned to the letter, yet constantly debating tweaks, missing deadlines and progress along the way. Hill taught that failure to decide is failure to succeed, as it allows opportunities to pass by unclaimed. In this state, your plan gathers dust while life moves on, leaving you stuck in a loop of potential unrealized. Fear and uncertainty amplify the problem, turning a simple plan into a mountain of anxiety. You might fear failure so deeply that you avoid acting on your business idea, even though the plan is solid and achievable. Hill viewed uncertainty as the natural enemy of success, a force that must be confronted head-on to stick to your path. Without overcoming these fears, even the best-laid plans crumble under the weight of self-doubt and hesitation. But here's the turning point. The solution lies in immediate action, the kind that Hill championed as the true path to achievement. Taking that first step, no matter how small, ignites a chain reaction of momentum, like starting with a single push-up in your fitness plan. Hill believed that success follows those who act swiftly on their plans, turning abstract ideas into real-world results. Build decisiveness by setting firm deadlines for your goals, such as committing to review your plan every morning without fail. Use tools like pros and cons lists to cut through indecision, ensuring your plan moves from thought to execution. Remember, sticking to it means treating your plan as non-negotiable, a commitment that Hill said separates winners from dreamers. Practicing the first step is essential. For instance, if your plan is to learn a new skill, start by researching one resource today. This initial action breaks the inertia, making it easier to maintain adherence and build lasting habits. Hill's principle reminds us that the hardest step is the first, but it's the one that paves the way for all that follows. Now, let's address overcoming hesitation and fear, the shadows that often block the path to sticking with your plan. Facing fear head-on means acting on your plan despite the nerves, like rehearsing a speech to conquer public speaking anxiety. As Hill advocated, proactive steps reduce fear over time, transforming it from a barrier into a stepping stone. Each action you take reinforces your resolve, proving that your plan is more powerful than any temporary doubt. Learning through failure is key. Setbacks aren't defeats, but lessons that refine your approach to the plan. Hill shared stories of greats like Thomas Edison, who persisted through thousands of failures to invent the light bulb, sticking to his vision. By reframing failures as feedback, you strengthen your commitment, ensuring your plan evolves rather than ends. Cultivating self-discipline is the glue that holds everything together, turning a plan into an unbreakable routine. Hill viewed discipline as the true key to success. far more reliable than motivation, as it demands daily adherence to your plan. Without it, even the most detailed plans falter, like a ship without a rudder in stormy seas. Start building positive habits by scheduling daily reviews of your progress, such as journaling your achievements each evening. Set routines that support your goals, like dedicating the first hour of your day to working on your plan without distractions. Track your progress meticulously, using apps or logs to visualize how sticking to it leads to tangible results. Hill taught that discipline turns plans into automatic behaviors, making success not a matter of chance, but of habit. Developing a clear vision and goals is where it all begins, forming the foundation of a plan worth sticking to. Hill emphasized that specific, crystal clear goals provide the direction needed to maintain long-term action. Without them, your plan lacks focus, like a journey without a map, leading to wandering and eventual abandonment. Make your goals motivating by using SMART criteria: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. For example, turn a vague plan to get fit into exercise for 30 minutes daily and track weight loss weekly. Break these goals into actionable steps, creating a roadmap that makes sticking to it feel attainable and rewarding. Hill's strategy shows that well-defined goals turn abstract plans into a series of victories, each one building your momentum. As you refine your vision, you'll find it easier to overcome obstacles, staying committed through challenges. Now, as we wrap up, let's reaffirm the core idea. Success is achieved by those who not only have a plan, but know how to stick to it. Hill's philosophy teaches that motivation and achievement follow from committed action, turning plans into reality through discipline and resilience. Remember, it's not enough to conceive and believe. You must act, adapt, and persist. Think back to the entrepreneur, the athlete, the writer. Each can succeed if they embrace this truth. Your plan is your path, and sticking to it is the bridge to your dreams. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Create it by taking action now. Start today with one small step, like writing down your top goal and scheduling your first task. Hill would urge you, the time to act is this very instant, for success favors the prepared and the persistent. Visualize your future self, thriving because you stuck to your plan, overcoming every hurdle with unyielding determination. Let this be your mantra. I have a plan, and I will stick to it, no matter what. As you move forward, carry Hill's wisdom with you, knowing that every step counts toward your ultimate achievement. Success isn't reserved for the lucky. It's for those who plan and persevere. So, what are you waiting for? Grab your plan, commit to it fully, and watch as the world opens up before you. Remember, as Hill said, the world is waiting for you to stick to your plan and claim your success. In the words of Napoleon Hill, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve, but only if you have a plan and the discipline to follow through. This timeless wisdom reminds us that success isn't just about dreaming big. It's about crafting a clear roadmap and committing to every step. Picture the entrepreneur who sketches out a brilliant business idea, only to let it fade because hesitation takes over. That's the trap many fall into, creating a plan without the resolve to execute it. Without sticking to it, even the most detailed strategy becomes nothing more than a forgotten note. Think about the athlete who sets a training schedule but skips sessions when motivation wanes. Regret builds, potential slips away, and stagnation sets in. Hill warned that this cycle of unfulfilled plans leads to a life of what-ifs and missed opportunities. But here's the turning point. Change is possible when you recognize that action is the bridge between planning and success. A plan without execution is like a car without fuel. It goes nowhere. Hill's philosophy teaches us that true achievement demands transforming intentions into habits through deliberate, consistent effort. Imagine the relief of finally breaking free from procrastination, stepping into a world where your plans drive real progress. So, if you're tired of starting strong and fizzling out, it's time to embrace the power of sticking to your plan. Now, let's explore why so many struggle to take that first decisive step. Often, people wait for motivation to strike before acting on their plans, but that's a dangerous misconception. Motivation is fleeting, like a spark that fades quickly, leaving your plan abandoned at the first challenge. Hill knew that successful individuals don't rely on inspiration. They act regardless, turning their plans into reality through sheer willpower. For instance, consider the writer who outlines a novel but waits for the perfect mood to write, only to never finish. This delay turns a promising plan into dust, eroding confidence and progress. Indecisiveness is another silent killer, paralyzing even the best laid plans with endless second guessing. You might have a career roadmap mapped out, yet hesitate on key decisions, like applying for that dream job. Hill emphasized that without firm commitment, analysis paralysis sets in, and opportunities vanish. Ask yourself, how many plans have you made and discarded due to this fear of choosing? It's a common trap, but recognizing it is the first step toward change. Then there's fear and uncertainty, which creep in and sabotage your ability to stick to a plan. The anxiety of failure can make even a solid strategy seem overwhelming, leading to self-sabotage before you begin. Hill taught that uncertainty is the enemy of success, as it transforms a clear plan into a source of doubt. For example, someone aiming to start a fitness routine might worry about not seeing immediate results and give up too soon. Without overcoming these fears, your plan remains theoretical, never translating into achievement. But the good news is, you can break this cycle by embracing immediate action as your solution. Taking that first step, no matter how small, ignites a chain reaction of momentum and energy. Hill believed that success favors those who act swiftly on their plans, turning ideas into tangible outcomes. Start with something simple, like jotting down your daily goals, and watch how it builds your confidence. Building decisiveness is key. Make firm decisions to stick to your plan, such as setting unbreakable deadlines. Use tools like a pros and cons list to commit without delay, ensuring your plan moves forward. Say it aloud now. I will act on my plan today. This verbal affirmation reinforces your resolve, aligning with Hill's action-oriented mindset. Practicing the first step is crucial. Break your plan into micro-tasks, like researching one resource for your business idea. That initial action paves the way for long-term adherence, just as Hill advised. Now, let's guide you through overcoming hesitation and fear to keep your plan on track. Facing fear head-on reduces its power. Proactive steps on your plan build confidence over time. For instance, if public speaking terrifies you, practice a presentation as part of your plan and watch your anxiety fade. Hill reminded us that fear is temporary, and sticking to your plan treats it as just another obstacle. Learning through failure is equally vital. Setbacks aren't defeats, but lessons that strengthen your resolve. Reframe failures as feedback, refining your plan and deepening your commitment, as Hill's teachings encourage. Think of Thomas Edison, who persisted through thousands of failures to invent the light bulb, embodying unwavering dedication. These stories normalize the journey, motivating you to stick to your plan despite challenges. Now, shift your focus to cultivating self-discipline, the true glue that holds your plan together. Discipline, not motivation, is what sustains long-term adherence to your plan, according to Hill. It turns your strategy into unbreakable habits through daily repetition and focus. Without it, even the most brilliant plans crumble under pressure. Start building positive habits today, like scheduling daily reviews of your progress to maintain momentum. Set routines, such as dedicating the first hour of your day to your goals, and track your advancements. Visualize your disciplined future, a life where your plan unfolds seamlessly, leading to success. This habit-forming approach ensures you stick to it, no matter the distractions. Next, develop a clear vision and goals to solidify your plan's foundation. Crystal clear goals provide direction and motivation, making it easier to execute and stick to your plan. Hill stressed that specific, measurable objectives turn vague ideas into actionable steps. For example, use SMART criteria to define your goals, transforming a broad dream into a step-by-step roadmap. Break it down. If your plan is to advance your career, set milestones like completing a course in the next month. This clarity fuels your commitment, ensuring steady progress. Finally, as we wrap up, remember that success, as Napoleon Hill taught, comes from having a plan and knowing how to stick to it. Motivation and achievement follow from committed action, discipline, and resilience in the face of obstacles. So, take that one small step today, write down your goal, and schedule your first action right now. Your plan is your path. Stick to it, and success will inevitably follow, just as Hill promised.